After you did that, I'm going to load up a lighter color. And we're going to use cadmium yellow. A little bit of phthalo green and some liquid white. We're going to get a lighter color. Oh, a green color is what we're looking for. And you'll see when we start tapping it. Want to load your brush up both sides. You see the color it is. Now you're going to look at the highlights on where you think and just barely tap it. Get some more paint thinner, a little bit more yellow, a different flavor. Maybe right here. Hey, leave it some of it dark. Because in nature it's not all blended in. You know, you have some darker spots than other if you look at it in nature. Because where the sun's coming in, it's coming from the right. I'm going to make this a little bit lighter. But I'm going to leave that dark in between there. And then darker as you get back here. And maybe darker in the middle there. Just barely tapping. So you're getting your depth now, your angles. That's what you want. A little bit more yellow and some titanium white. A little bit of liquid white. Liquid white thins it out, which is good because it's hard to put paint on painted areas already. Maybe a highlight right here. Bam. See how that worked? And then as you get underneath the trees, it gets darker. Maybe this is a little bit lighter in here because the sun's getting it a little bit. And it's okay, you don't have to fill it all in. You can leave it. You want those angles. You want the lay of the land is what they call it. Load the brush up again, pretty thick. Maybe we can make something right here. Maybe that comes down and blends in. And I'm not going to blend it all in because in a mountain or on a hill, the highlight and it gets darker. And you got the layers. And on this side here, I'm just going to keep tapping in here. So I want to take away some of the paint because when I highlight it over here, I don't want much color. I just want to just take it off. Take a little bit because it's in the shadows. Maybe right there. That's perfect. Right where you want it to be. That should be exactly where it should be. And you just tap it, and what happens is you get a lot of little areas that, like in the beginning I was saying, you don't make mistakes, you have happy accidents. That all looks like grass now. And I just barely tapped it. And sometimes it's not what you're thinking about when you're doing it. Let's make it a little lighter here at the top. Maybe some down here. Get a little bit more depth to it. Excuse my back. So if you look back and you like that setup, and I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to take some paint off my brush and maybe highlight just a little bit more. Now at home or wherever you're at, you can work on this as long as you'd like. More detail, more color, more of whatever you're looking for. But for here, in the demonstration I'm giving you right now, we're just trying to show you, and not for you to copy, will just show you how to do an oil painting. What I'm going to do now is to fill some more of this in. I'm only doing that because we want to add some Van Dyke Brown, and maybe the dark color of the mountain. So what we're going to do is we're going to put an area in here and we'll put some snow in. Get a little roll of paint, and we're going to start out like right here and just tap it. And maybe there's some here. Clean your knife off. Take a little bit more of that color. Little roll across the edge. And barely tap it like you did the mountains. After you did that, you're going to go back to getting a little roll of titanium white right across the edge here, and we're going to make some snow here, and you're going to tap it like you did on a mountain. And it's going to give you that look. Of some snow that was left behind. Add a little bit more and just tap it. Barely let it come off your palette knife. Once we did that, we're going to get some of the lighter colors again. What you want to do now is kind of tap this in to where the ground looks like it's over and this ain't on top of it. So just put some tapping marks, some highlights up to it, and what it does is it sets it in. Sets it right in to the ground. Then you can come back in and highlight a little bit more if you want. You got that snow, maybe there's some dirt underneath there. And after this, it's almost a finished painting. I like to take a little bit of paint thinner, a lighter color, mix it on a liner brush. What you can do is turn the color and the texture into ink. And I'm going to sign mine in the corner here. I sign mine with my last name. A lot of other people like to use their initials. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Sometimes when you're doing oil paintings and you want to duplicate, you almost can't. I tried duplicating it as close as I could, but it just gives you another angle and another way to do paintings. And if you ever you try to do painting, sometimes you can't always do it the same. It's not always going to be exact. I'm glad you joined me today.